Hey guys, how's it going? Today we bring you some news that not all of you will like, and we admit it, we are the first to say that we also don't like it, but many will, and that is that The Witcher 3 is no longer officially the game with the most awards won for the Game of the Year, and the one that has the record now, and you're probably not going to like it, but I think you can already guess what the game is. So let's talk freely about it. You ready? But before continuing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and tell your friends to join the community to be up to date on everything related to games. Yes guys, The Last of Us Part 2, aka the perfect 21st century politically correct game, just passed The Witcher 3 as the game with the most awards of the year. The game, created by Neil Druckmann and the entire Crunch team of Naughty Dog, has a total of 262 awards of the year won, while the adventures of Geralt de Rivia in The Witcher 3 remained at 260. A total of 2 more awards that made it reach the highest spot on the list that, let's face it, does not matter that much to us, but is interesting nonetheless. 171 of those awards were given by professional media and magazines, while the remaining 91 are the results of votes from players on different platforms. That said, and since we know perfectly well that everything we say about The Last of Us 2 generates controversy, we want to be completely honest with you once and for all and tell you why we think the latest Naughty Dog game shouldn't have got so much hype, and yes, we will do it without crying now that we're all grown up. It's not the first time that we will say this, and we will continue to do so, but the first, The Last of Us, was for us a true masterpiece, and we enjoyed it as a kid when we played it for the first time, and the second time, and even a third time when they released the remaster version for PS4. The story and the gameplay grabbed us from day one, and that's exactly what we were looking forward to in the second part of the game. But what we got in return was a hard, open-handed slap in our beautiful, skinny faces. What happened? That Super Neil Druckmann wrote a poor story that is not even 10% as good as what was written for the first part. Why? We don't know whether it was to try to please a wider audience or simply to make everyone happy. But that only leads in the current climate to pissing everyone off and pleasing no one. Even a blind person can see that the game is politicized down to the smallest detail, and that is where we think they screwed up. Not because of the content and what it wants to show, because here we all agree with that, but because of the way they did it. Look at Ellie in the first game and after the first DLC. We already knew who she was, and it was great. What's more, we felt admiration. You're a badass girl who kicks ass like nobody else and overcomes any obstacle without any problems. But in the second game, they have to be reminding you at every moment who she is, and we believe that is so unnecessary because it does not add anything to the story. If you want, we can make a very long video explaining everything, but I think it's clear. In addition, there was a trick that we will now name the cyberpunk effect, in which we felt completely cheated thanks to the trailers. It seems to everyone that the story was going to continue with the adventures of Ellie and Joel, the two characters that we fell in love with in the first part, and whose development and relationship we hoped would be a very important part of this game, but the ways in which the character was killed made less sense than snow in the Caribbean. And also, the new characters they added, if you can call them characters, are horrible. Nobody here is complaining about the gameplay and the graphics that are undoubtedly at another level, and are fucking great, yes. But that isn't the be-all and end-all of a game for us. And guys, I don't know about you, what I also want is a good story before having some awesome graphics. If you have both, great. Games from other generations with worse graphics that were fair for the time had stories that hooked, and without script holes as big as the ones that we see in The Last of Us 2. And today I keep playing them because graphics aren't everything to me. Being a part 2, I expected some new innovations, mechanics, something that justifies that second part title. And there is some, yes, but nothing worth extending the first masterpiece. Many will say that we're complainers, crybabies, etc. Well, no, we simply want to give our opinion. That is why our video is about one of the most controversial games of last year amongst the gamer community. A community we are proud to call our own, and thanks to which we are here. Also, it has to do with the fact that The Witcher 3 is for us much better overall. In the same way that we have played very good games that have never taken a GOTY or will never take it because honestly we just don't trust in that anymore. pure marketing to sell more and try to show who has it bigger. Nobody believes it. And also, all this after the controversy of the crunch and all the development problems it had, of which mysteriously very little was said. Why? Can you imagine that they give an award to your boss when your entire team is being exploited for a long time, and on top of all that, extra work they are not paying you for? Well, that in summary is what happened with The Last of Us 2. Oh, and on top of that, they gave him a promotion at Naughty Dog. So great was the anger of the developers that they leaked much of the gameplay. But how curious, the press around the world decided not to share the content to avoid penalizing the game. Something very much to be admired, of course, but it is something that is suspicious when gameplay from other games is leaked, and this same media are the first to show gameplays and content to gain clicks. Either it is done for everyone, or it's not done for anyone. This is not about favoritism, at least not here at Zoomin Games. On the other hand, it has to be said that HBO is preparing a series about The Last of Us, and we really want to see it. It's already in production, and they will tell the story from the first game. So friends, you know, if you want to spoil it for your friends and family, you can, because it will surely have the same success as The Witcher. Now, don't wait for us to watch the second season if it is just as bad as the second part of the game. The only thing that is clear from all this is that Sony is an award-winning machine, and from here we cannot wait to get our hands on the new Ratchet & Clank, Horizon Forbidden West, and of course the return of our dear Kratos in God of War Ragnarok. So that's it for today's video, guys. Now it's up to you. Tell me what you think about this, because I want to know. Don't forget to like if you like the video and share it wherever you want so that the Zoomin Games community can grow and have even more fun throughout the year. We love you guys. Thanks for being there. See you really soon.